the way I used to describe, or I still describe relationships, I think great relationships are based on what I call 3+1, which is you have to have, and it's the same list. That's the funny thing. You have to have intellectual compatibility, which is you teach and learn. You have to have emotional compatibility, where you're showing up to grow together, right? You can find vulnerability and hold space for each other. You have to have sexual compatibility, which I consider part of creativity. So creative and sexual, which is not physical attraction, it's sexual attraction and like I said, creativity. And you can have a good relationship with 1.5 or 2 of those, but you can't have a great relationship without 3.
Yes.
Because they're not all on high at the same time. They go up and down, and they wax and wane. And so you need the others to hold the others up when one is down.
That's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why you need all 3. Because like I said, you can have a ton of fun with 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
But great requires all 3. And the +1 is circumstances.
Like timing, location.
Like I've
so
met
true.
people who are 3s and they're married and they're kids and they're happily married. And we look at each other and go, at a different time, it might have worked, but definitely not now. And we just smile and we go on. Or I've met somebody who lives on the other side of the world and I'm not moving, they're not moving, and you shrug and you go, if circumstances were different. And it's like, and you just, it's not a sad thing. It's just it's a smile. It's like and by the way, I've dated 1.5s and 2s and they're amazing people, but they're those 3 things.
It's so true. The reason I know that about
it's so funny that my 3+1 is your 3.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same list.
Well, I've dated, the only reason I have those 3 is because I've dated someone who had 2.
Right.
And I've had 2. So
You've had all the permutations of 2.
But there's always been one missing.
Yeah.
And so I remember thinking, in the woman that I thought I was going to marry that was missing this one thing, if she just had that one thing, then I genuinely believed I would have been happy. And I'm thinking about this particular person from many years ago. She's married, she's got a kid now and everything. I think I lost out there, but I'm very, very more happy myself. But she just missed one of those things. And then I can think of my previous relationship, like, if they just had that one thing. So now I found someone who I genuinely, whether she's listening or not, has all 3. And I go, that's me. Let's go to the till. You know what I mean? Like
the thing that I'm appreciating, there's 2 things that I'm appreciating. One, she has all 3, but you have to have all 3 for her.
Oh, I hope so.
Right? Because like she has to find you sexually attractive. She has to find you intellectually stimulating, and she has to find that you're emotionally available for her, which means when you're having a bad day, you have to say, I'm having a bad day, not be great all the time. Otherwise, you're only a 2 to her. If you're actively being strong all the time, then you're only a 2 to her, and you'll
Sometimes
only ever be a 2 to her. So there you go. So it's all fine and good for you and I to have our 3+1, but we have to have the 3 for them too, and that's the work.
That fluctuation point is so important.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we have 2 in our relationship.
Yeah.
2 of the 3.
Yeah.
But the other 2 are very important to hold us through that storm.
And it's unpredictable as to when they go up and down. And sometimes you're not sexually compatible and you're just snuggling and that's all you want to do. And you don't want to do anything more than that. But that's okay because the vulnerability is so deep and the intellectual is so high that it's okay. Like the relationship is really very, very good. You're both very happy.